What drug combination sent me to the hospital and landed me in a 7-day coma? What's up, you guys? My name's Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in long-term recovery, and I love to talk about drugs, addiction, recovery, and so much freaking more. I'm going to share with you guys the story time of the time I landed myself in the hospital in a 7-day coma. Who are you talking to, boy? But before we get started, Rocky wants to say hi. Say hi, Rocky. Say hi. You wanted to be famous? Here you go. Here's your chance, honey. So, let's get into the story. It was 2011, almost 2012, and I had been up for about 5 days on methamphetamine. And I had already been to the hospital twice in 2 days because I kept walking the streets of Southwest Little Rock in a hallucination, thinking that I was sweeping people's porches, thinking that I was seeing people that I worked with. It was a whole ass fucking mess. I was in bad hallucinations. During one of my walks in the middle of the night, the police got called on me and they took me to the hospital. And while I was in the hospital, the nurses and the doctors kept on asking me, "What did you do?" They kept asking me, "Did you do bath salts? Did you do bath salts? Did you do bath salts?" And I was like, "No, I shot methamphetamine. I've shot Roxy's, I took some Xanax, and I took some Seroquel. That's all I've done." I was extremely manic. I wouldn't go to sleep. I wasn't calming down. I was hallucinating. I was getting up and down out of the emergency room bed. I was licking the walls. I was talking to people that weren't there. I was sticking my head underneath the crack of the door. They had to lock me in this room. So the doctor came in and he gave me a shot of Thorazine and a shot of Haldol to try and knock me out, basically, to get me to go to sleep. Well, he came back about 30 minutes later and I still wasn't asleep. In fact, my hallucinations had gotten even wilder and I was up and down out of the bed talking to people that weren't there, blowing imaginary crack smoke through the crack of the door to some ladies I thought were on the other side of it that I worked with at Kroger. That's when he gave me another shot of Thorazine and another shot of Haldol. Shortly after that, my internal organs began to shut down and I went into a medication-induced coma. I was in a coma for 7 days. They almost killed me with Thorazine and Haldol, giving me so much on top of the already stimulants, opioids, benzos, and antipsychotic sleep medication that I had been taking on my own. Instead of just monitoring me, watching me, dealing with my crazy, they wanted to sedate me to the point where they didn't have to deal with me. And it almost cost me my fucking life. Those are the drugs that sent me into a coma for 7 days. Hope you guys enjoyed the story time. If you did, please leave me a comment down below. Ask me any questions you have. I love sharing my addiction recovery stories with you guys. I love sharing just straight up the honest, real truth of what I fucking went through. And I do this because I want to help other people. Is that my hood? Oh yeah, it is. Other people that might be struggling or have been through the same experiences. I want them to know that they're not alone. You're not alone, honey. Okay, I've been there. And so say goodbye to my co-host, Paco, who has been growling the whole time, and Rocky, who thought he was going to bark the whole time. They just cannot get along. And don't forget to check out my series, Life After Meth Addiction, My Matt Journey, How I Lost Custody of My Son, and How I Helped My Loved One Get Sober. They're all linked right here. And leave me some comments down below. Bye.